Hello and welcome to Stream of Gaming, a weekly podcast on gaming, film, music, and pop culture from an artist's perspective. As always, if you'd like to support the podcast, please visit patreon.com/streamofgaming. The more help we get, the more platforms we can publish in, and the more content we can bring to you. And also, just a little friendly reminder, we do have an email that you can message us at, just streamofgaming@gmail.com for any kind of ideas. We do watch that, believe it or not. And as just a friendly reminder as well, if you're listening to this on a platform you would prefer to listen on something else, we are now on iTunes, YouTube, and SoundCloud, and we may be coming to things like Stitcher in the future, but that's where we are right now. So like and subscribe and all that good stuff. We're back after a hiatus. Things just did not iron out last week. As usual, I'm Brent.
I'm Kyle.
I'm Gerbs.
And Marcus is out. I believe he is sick or something to that. Not feeling well. So, which is how I was last week. If we had tried last week, you would have heard just croaking for an hour. I was in bad shape. So
it's kind of how he sounds like, right? Did you kiss him?
No, I did not.
Likely story.
A likely story. So, what have you guys been up to? Because I know that everyone here has been incredibly busy, but has anyone been doing anything that they actually like to bring to the group's attention here?
To you?
I don't know. To the podcast, to our listeners. I don't know.
I've been mostly studying things.
Okay.
Studying things.
Yep.
Lots of things.
Yep. You know it. And working and dying slowly.
Don't die. If you're gonna die, don't.
Yeah, I know. First rule of Destiny.
The only rule.
Oh boy.
Isn't the weekly podcast where you guys make fun of Destiny?
That's not a weekly
thing. Gaming where we make fun of Gerbs for playing Destiny because it is a trash game.
Gerbs,
currently playing
this isn't
podcasting.
This isn't the weekly make fun of
whatever you want.
This isn't the weekly make fun of Destiny. This is the weekly time when me making fun of Destiny is simply put onto public record.
Yeah.
That is a daily occurrence in most cases. Okay, maybe not quite that bad. I'm just saying
I don't let it take up that much time of my life.
I'm just saying I don't hold back is what I'm saying. That's sort of what it is.
Sure.
Have you been up to anything, Gerbs?
Well, obviously Destiny.
Okay. All I keep hearing is how there's like no one playing it anymore.
You know what? The new update's coming out soon.
Yeah, I did see that.
Like the new expansion and everything.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that.
Is it another paid expansion, or are they deciding?
Well, if you bought the game like right off the bat, you got it included.
Oh, that's nice.
So I have it included already, so I don't have to pay for anything. I just it is there.
That's nice, at least.
Yeah, I'm excited. There's a new raid, new planet to explore. You know,
planets,
like the song,
scrumptious and yummy. Apparently,
wow, I'm terrible.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, anyways,
that's been the podcast, guys. See you next week.
Great talk, everyone.
Great talk.
I was gonna say something and I totally forgot.
Wow, that's the story of my life.
Yeah, I don't know anymore. You guys can do whatever you need to do. I have the list when you guys are ready.
This is a great podcast, everyone. This is a great story in Kyle promoting the podcast / not promoting the podcast.
Okay.
Wow.
So I'm in grad school, and
no, you're not.
I am
actually.
I don't know how I am, but I am. And yeah, and so I was hanging out with some people from the music department that I just kind of hang out with, and I'm just like, they're like, oh, like Kyle, like what else do you do? I'm like, well, me and two of my buddies and my brother, we do a podcast, and they're like, oh yeah, what's it called? I'm like, oh, don't listen to us.
Wow.
Wow. Well,
Kyle.
the people that I was talking to, I just know they wouldn't be interested in a podcast about
Kyle,
a bunch of guys talking
You
about
didn't
video.
give him a chance. That's not even nice. How dare you?
So
I
that's why I
say
said
this to all my friends.
That's why I said this is a story of of Kyle promoting the podcast / not promoting.
Yeah.
You're a rebel scum.
Rebel scum. Oh boy.
But seriously, I should try to promote it.
Yeah.
So yeah, but that's that's just my life right now.
The one time, and I'm like, you know what? We'll be totally fine. I don't need to do any preparation. And it's like, oh god, damn it.
Well, I think because we had like for the last like 4 episodes, we had kind of a plan.
Yeah.
And now it's just
It
like
was a
okay.
plan. It was a plan.
There was a plan. Well,
Today's,
and then
today's a plan too, you know.
What? Not really though. Like,
Hey.
hay is for horses, sir.
I mean, actually, sometimes I come on this podcast just to fight with you, Kyle.
I understand that. I get that.
Wait, hey Gerbs, what game consoles did you have growing up? I forget.
Nintendo 64.
Okay, so we all had 64s. Okay, because I was looking, and I've been noticing there's a lot of news lately about a ton of different games that are getting HD remasters or being remade. Like Sonic just had like the Sonic Mania collection or whatever, and everyone's just going crazy about that Sonic being good
Frickin'
for once.
Spyro, man.
And Spyro,
Dude, that was kind of fun. I played it at
Spyro
someone's house.
and the Crash thing is coming to Xbox, even though that came to PlayStation
And it's
last
coming
year.
to Switch, dude.
It is, yeah. Everything's coming to everything basically now. I saw like some people are like,
it.
"Oh my god!" There's
yeah. So is
Shenmue 1 and 2 are coming to PS4 and Xbox One.
That's ridiculous.
What?
They can't come up with new games to remaster the old game.
Okay.
Well, I think they're running out of ideas for now.
I'm
Yeah, they
just
are.
kidding.
Okay.
Just like how this podcast is running out of ideas.
Well,
so is
okay.
gaming.
Hey,
What?
you chill.
Okay. But going back to how I started this here, since we all did actually grow up on N64s, I'm not sure if Marcus is one of them, but for our purposes, are there any N64 games or franchises that do still need revisiting or haven't like been redone to death?
Pokemon Snap.
This is true.
Oh, no.
This is true. That is a fairly obvious one, but yes.
That is like the most obvious one. Nintendo, get on that.
What about? Never mind.
No, what?
No, they have, but I
Okay.
haven't been impressed with it.
I was gonna
They
say
need to do a remastered version of the original Pokemon Stadium. I like it.
What
Yeah,
if what if in the new Switch Pokemon they like had a component that was
'cause
like that?
Pokemon Stadium really existed because at the time they just apparently didn't think everyone in the world wanted to buy an N64 or GameCube Pokemon RPG. Like it was like, well, we can't give you the whole thing, but we can at least give you the battling thing because you can literally import your data and use your exact same Pokemon. You're just not going to have that structure around it. That's literally what it was.
Yeah, it's like here's the battling, but here's none of the like, RPG.
But I like it.
I like it too.
Yeah, man, I did too. And those mini games.
Oh man,
I'm just saying that when the Pokemon RPG comes out on Switch, that will take the place of the need for a Pokemon Stadium redo or remake because that's what it is.
Yeah. N64. You know what hasn't been made in a while? Is Wave Race.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was made in the GameCube.
Wave Race and 1080.
I think they need to come back to something like that.
I think they need to make it a SSX.
I don't. Okay, so
so they did.
They did, and it didn't work because EA.
Okay. I have opinions about this.
Okay.
You do?
Yeah, because I played it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not the best game. Well, wait. Okay. So let's go through lineage of SSX. So almost no one played SSX the original. I think it was only on PlayStation, and like enough people played it where they're like, we're gonna make a sequel to it. and then they made SSX Tricky, and a lot of people played that and they loved it, which is why they made SSX 3, which is probably one of the best snowboarding games ever made.
Yeah.
Of all time.
Agreed.
Yeah, in my opinion, it is how you do an open world extreme sport game. Is like that's the format. Like if anyone
there's Tony Hawk.
No, but the Tony Hawk, when it went to an open world, there was some really weird stuff with it, and I didn't like it. Like Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 are probably the best in that genre.
Tony Skate Pro Skater 3 is my favorite.
True, 3 is good too. 1, 2, and 3 are all very good.
Yeah.
But then after that, they kind of started going.
Yeah, then they went downhill.
Yeah, a little bit. Which is actually, I think they recently did a remake of like 1 or 2 or 3 or something.
Yeah,
like that.
I saw that.
Yeah. But anyway, SSX 3 probably the best open world extreme sport game. Period.
Yeah. Because
happy for you to know, it's actually in the top 300 on the Game Informer article that I brought.
Yeah, it should be.
Oh, you say that?
Yeah, it really should be in the top. I mean, at least the top 300, if not higher. In
I
my
feel
opinion.
like Brent is trying to say something, but we keep interrupting him.
Well, because we need to keep going because you were like, come out with an SSX 4, and they did. It was called SSX on Tour, and we actually had it in our apartment, Gerbs, in college.
Yeah,
and I don't know, and then somehow we lost it.
I think I might have it. I think I might have it somewhere.
What?
I think I might have it somewhere. I'll have to look around, but I have a lot of games.
And SSX on Tour was a slightly worse version of 3.
Mm-hmm.
It was still pretty good, but what was cool about it was you could do skiing and snowboarding, and on the GameCube version, you could play as Mario and Peach and Luigi, I think. Yep. And it was comical.
It was.
To me, a Mario.
Yeah, snowboarding. It was really interesting.
The closest thing that's been in the recent years was what's that Ubisoft game that's where it's like Red Bull, the video game. Steep. And I played the demo of Steep, and then I played it like when it was free one weekend, and all I gotta say is like they took the idea of SSX3 and then they took out anything resembling character from it, like, and anything that was like, oh, there's this wacky announcer, or oh, there's some guy with dreadlocks doing this weird move called a guillotine going down a mountain. All that like personality that SSX had in 3 and Tricky, like it's devoid of any of that, and it's just it's so vanilla. I just can't.
Oh, Gerbs, if you're wondering who he's talking about the character named Moby, I believe.
Yeah, I think that's Moby.
Yeah, Moby has dreadlocks. Or you can talk about Eddie from SSX.
Eddie's a good example too.
I remember that.
Yeah, but anyway, so On Tour came out. Yeah, and then
4.
Yeah,
it's effectively 4. It's effectively 4. This is when EA decided to stop. EA realized that everything that they named 4 always failed because they would make a series to 1, 2, and 3, and then the 4th one would be horrible. And so they're like, let's not curse ourselves. Let's name it On Tour. And the same thing happened.
Tour.
Yeah. No, that's like
you do just say torque.
You know what I'm saying.
I know why you're saying that, Gerbs. That's an inside joke that no one's gonna get.
Okay.
I know, but it's still funny.
Okay. Anyway, so then years pass, and they decide, you know what, we're gonna make another SSX game, and they made it for like PS3 and Xbox 360, and it went back to the formula of just level-based stuff.
That was Blur, right?
No, it was just called SSX.
Oh, okay. Because there was also XSX Blur, which also was on the Wii, and that did not.
Was that the one that used something like that Tony Hawk like peripheral thing?
I remember there being like younger characters in it, and it was like the idea was they were trying to get a younger audience back into it. I think that was I don't know.
Anyway, I discredit that game.
Yeah.
So there was a reboot of SSX where they tried to like bring back all the characters, but like bring this like kind of weird story element where like you're trying to get enough followers on social media.
I hate games
and
that do that.
It's really silly.
And
but the gameplay is still pretty solid. But they like focus more on like actual mountains. So they're like, oh, like you're gonna snowboard down Mount Kilimanjaro, and they like pick out like different parts of Kilimanjaro, and then like the last one obviously is like Mount Everest. So and like throughout the game you have to like pick up certain power-ups where it's like, okay, because the Himalayas are so high up, you need to have an oxygen mask. So if you don't have an oxygen mask, like
You'll die.
you die. Yeah, exactly. So it's not great, it's not terrible, but SSX 3, yes.
Yeah.
SSX 3 or Tricky remake would make my year. Because that, yeah, like if it was made this year, that would make my year. I mean, obviously, we're still gonna get Smash hopefully this year.
And get smashed.
Sure. But yeah, I'm trying to think of other N64 games that need to be brought back.
Bring them back. Bring them back. Bring them back.
It's like they've already made a Mario 64 one and an Ocarina
multiple
one.
times.
Yeah.
Could always go to my old standby of that. The one game that I loved that I never bought.
Yeah.
Buck Bumble.
Oh my god, that game! No one remembers.
No one remembers
game,
this game. I looked it up at one point because I was like, how has no one heard of this game? Because I remember renting this a couple of times and like going through
numerous times,
just getting super far in this game because it had like no save mechanics. You literally had to keep it on, or else you'd lose your progress. But I looked it up. It got like pretty good reviews at the time. Like EGM existed at the time. And they reviewed it, Nintendo Power reviewed it, and it got good reviews, but no one remembers it because it's just this game where you're a secret agent B called Buck Bumble. It's stupid.
Which is a ridiculous name.
It's ridiculous, but it was so fun.
You know, I was looking through this, and you know what game desperately needs to come back from the N64? One of your absolute all-time favorite games, Brent.
Ooh, what's that?
Star Wars Rogue Squadron.
Yeah, poor Factor 5.
Like those games were so good. Like one
they were
and two
amazing.
Were so good.
No, it's not just 1 and 2. Like there was the N64 one, and then there was the 2 GameCube sequels after that. But then that studio, Factor 5, lost their freaking minds and said, oh, you know what we'll do? We'll make this exact same game, but it's on the PlayStation 3 where none of our fans are, and you fight dragons from the back of a dragon. You have dragon dogfights, and everyone's like, yeah, okay. But
okay, then.
Can you put this on a console we actually play? No? Okay. Oh, and also we're going to have motion controls because it's the PS3 when you have to do that. Okay. No one buys this game. Why aren't you buying our game? Because you abandoned everything that you were good at, except for the ability to fly.
I believe I can fly.
Looking here, let's see. A lot of these games had been brought back because they were connected to Rare, so the Rare Replay stuff is out. Shadow Empire would be kind of cool.
Oh man, yeah. That was one of those games where I knew it was really good, but I wasn't good enough to beat it.
No, I was terrible at that game.
And everyone that I've ever talked to about that game is like, "Oh man, that was so great." And I'm like, "I got to the part where you did like the speeder bikes, and then I just kept crashing, and that's as far as I got." And they're like, "Oh, okay." I'm like, I don't know how far that was.
Yeah. What else here? Let's see.
Not that it needs to be redone, but something just occurred because we were talking Star Wars stuff, and I remember I forget if Factor 5 was involved, but someone at some point made a flight sim game based on Episode 1, where it's the battle for Naboo or something like that. And I remember there was like a developer commentary in this game, and you're going through like one of the levels where you're in a tank on the ground, and they're like, oh yeah, by the way, we totally intended, it was 100% our intent for you to shoot bushes and the bushes explode the exact same way everything else explodes, because we don't have that.
Why not?
Because no, it's because they're like well, we don't have that much memory to do effects, so we can't just make a unique bush destruction animation. It's just way easier to say, well, when you blow up a building, there's an explosion, and when you shoot this, there's an explosion, and the one exception is the small tiny foliage. So let's just be humorous and tell the bushes to explode. Because why not?
Because why not? So let's see here. So I just went and just did some quick look into N64 games. That are the top ones or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I found an IGN list of 25, top 25. And let's see. So 25 is Harvest Moon, which I feel like they have Stardew Valley.
Oh yes. There's technically Harvest Moon is still around. There's the officially owned Harvest Moon brand, which isn't really Harvest Moon anymore. The actual company that used to make Harvest Moon but lost the rights to it, lost the name anyways. They are now making a series called Story of Seasons, which is the same exact thing. And if you own a 3DS and you would like to play Harvest Moon, but you would not like to play Stardew Valley, that's what you should do. They get great reviews every time one comes out, so they're not bad.
Okay, number 24, the game that was fun, but I don't think we could ever beat, Rocket Robot on Wheels.
Oh god, no, we got to the final boss. It was literally just the final boss you couldn't beat.
Okay.
I don't remember what it was. I love that game.
That game was really weird.
That was Sucker Punch.
Yeah, I think so.
That was Sucker Punch's first game ever. Yikes. And later on there was like an interview with them. They're like, why? Oh, so you went and you make all this other great stuff. So why was your first game Rocket Robot on Wheels? They're like, because we wanted our first game to be about a unicycle rocket that shot like a robot that shot actual rockets. So we named him Rocket, and it was fun.
Yeah,
it was a good game.
I forgot who the bad guy in that game was. It was god, really weird.
No, the bad guy. No, because you were at a theme park. And you were the assistant to the theme park's owner, who is kind of a Tony Stark kind of guy, except very, very much smaller ambitions because he only made a theme park. And there's two mascots for the theme park. The one that got all of the love was this purple walrus thing. I forget what its name was. But then there was like the sidekick mascot. And it was this like little tiny weasel. So this theme park had a walrus and a weasel as its mascots. And the weasel was very jealous of the walrus for getting all the attention, so he decided to just go supervillain and just took over the whole thing. And the idea was over the course of that the game itself takes place over the course of a single night. And you are just trying to get back all of the tickets that he stole so you can sell them to customers when the park has its grand opening the following morning. And there's all this stuff. And so every single level, they copied Mario 64's mechanics, basically, in terms of level progression and stuff. Like it was tickets instead of stars, and you had to get a certain number of tickets in order to get the next level. And each level, though, was like a themed area of the amusement park.
Okay, so this is kind of hilarious. So I just quickly looked up Rocket the Robot on Wheels.
Yeah.
And I see what you mean about the two mascots. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if this is someone made a parody of it. Yeah, I think it's someone made a parody of it because it's like more like a raccoon is the other mascot that becomes the villain.
Yeah.
And in the game he clearly has like a hat or something and a tie, like a long red tie.
Okay.
And so someone photoshopped this and made his hat more of like a very, very elaborate yellow wig.
Okay.
So it looks like the bad guy from this game is Donald Trump.
Oh, that's funny.
as a raccoon.
Yes. I'm looking. There's all these great screenshots of like the Midway games in the first. And that's right. In the first level, it was like you're on a beach. It was like a Coney Island kind of thing, where the area around the circumference of the level was beach, and then in the center was the theme park, and you could go in, and there was an unfinished roller coaster, and there were
Mhm.
tokens on the roller coaster in 3D space that you had to build the roller coaster so that you would when you were riding it, you would hit the tokens, and if you got all the tokens in like one run, then you would get the ticket from that challenge. And then there was like another thing where there's more tokens that came later. But basically, you got to build a roller coaster and ride it, and it was just like in the first level. Nowhere else in the game did they do that. It was really, really cool.
Gerbs has been awfully quiet,
Yeah.
and I feel like we need to include him in the conversation. Hey, Gerbs, how you doing?
Gerbs, how would you like to play a level in a game where you are in a Roman Colosseum full of sheep that you have to paint with a chariot that has a cannon on it?
It's true.
Did you say sheep?
Sheep.
Yeah,
I did
that
say
is a
sheep.
thing that happens in this game.
That is a thing.
That's bizarre.
The level is called Paint Misbehavin', and it's
Oh my god!
and it's a Roman theme or Greek. No, that's Roman. I'm pretty sure. And you get like a chariot that has a cannon on it, and the cannon can shoot different colored paints, and you're trying. And at some point, you have to paint the sheep because all the sheep are white.
About this stuff.
Oh yeah, such a creative game, and like no one remembers it.
I don't remember.
Oh yeah, it had a red cartridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna skip through some of these because there have been Mario Golf things.
Oh yeah.
I have no idea what this space station Silicon Valley is. It looks
What?
weird.
What?
Okay.
What? Did you play that? Then I just didn't know about it.
There's an update. It's almost like Harvest Moon.
Space Station Silicon Valley is like Harvest Moon?
I think so.
What? No, is Space Station Silicon Valley a farming simulator where you marry the prettiest girl in town and engage in conversation with small gnomes?
And farm.
And farm?
Silicon Valley is
I'm guessing
you
not a
farm.
farming simulator. Like, it's really.
What?
Yeah.
Do tell.
I've never seen this game.
Please
It's on
explain
PC.
this.
It's also on N64.
Yes, but details, like what's going on with this game? What is it?
Silicon Valley. It's like their version of Harvest Moon on PC.
You got to get us screenshots of this at some point.
Dang it, why did do that?
Why did it do that?
I don't know why. I'm trying to share this image.
I think it's called Silicon Valley.
I get the feeling that you're thinking of a tycoon game because Harvest Moon is not a tycoon game.
No. You have your own gardens and you can expand it and whatnot, and then there's like neighbors around the neighborhood, and you can like talk to them, interact with them.
What
you can
does
marry
this
one
have
of
to
them.
do with Silicon Valley, though? Did the people that make the game not understand that Silicon Valley is not a farm for silicon?
This is from the all-seeing, all-knowing Wikipedia.
Okay.
Oh man!
Space Station Silicon Valley is a platform game that is viewed from a third-person perspective. Players traverse several different environments to advance through the game. During the game, players control Evo, a robot who is reduced to a crawling microchip during a space crash and is losing energy at a steady rate without protection. In order to survive, players attack animals, which disables them and allows players to assume control of their body.
Assuming direct control.
Each animal possesses different characteristics, including survival rate and special attacks.
So basically,
and uses different abilities. For example, large animals such as bears are able to control ice blocks, which other animals are incapable of doing so.
So, AKA, absolutely nothing to do with Harvest Moon.
No.
But also, kind of amazing sounding.
During the game, players are frequently accompanied by the voice of Dan Danger,
okay.
a human who is trapped in the destroyed spaceship. Dan assigns missions to players, occasionally commenting on their performance. The game is set on a space station, the titular Silicon Valley, which consists of 4 environments, and they have the names of them there. The environments are unlocked as players progress through the game.
All right, then.
Interesting. So I don't see how that's like Harvest Moon.
Hey,
but I could be wrong.
That's not the game I was thinking of. That's why.
Okay. Okay, then.
Something similar, I guess.
Okay, that was it's an interesting
Similar
game.
title, I mean. That's what I mean.
Okay, yeah. Okay, next up then was Blast Corps because
I just
of
played that
course.
a month or so ago. That was in Rare Replay.
Yeah.
That's actually a very, very fun game. It's very simple, but it's very fun.
Yeah, the rest of a lot of these are going to be in Rare Replay, like Jet Force Gemini.
Yeah, also pretty good.
Then the next couple are sports games, which obviously have remakes. NHL 99,
Good
All
game.
Star Baseball
Good
2001.
game.
Okay, Mario Kart 64, which has remakes.
Awesome.
Okay, now the next one has technically a remake, but it's only because it's on the virtual console for Wii U. Is 1080 degrees snowboarding, which I don't know why they say degrees. It should just call it 1080 snowboarding.
Yeah, it's called 1080. It literally says its
which was
own
a great game.
It says its own title when you turn it on. So
yeah, I know. Which is a great snowboarding game, not as good as SSX. So there's that. Resident Evil. Yeah. A very probably. Never mind. I'm not even going to go and do that. You just want to fight.
Are we ever gonna get to the Game Informer thing, or are we just skipping it?
Man, it's a stream of gaming. It's a stream of consciousness thing. We're going with what we have.
I have something.
You have something. I don't have anything.
Well, I have something.
Well, what do you want to talk about, Gerbs?
I told you.
No, you didn't. You didn't tell me.
I texted to the group chat.
Oh. Well, why don't you tell the people who are listening to the podcast?
Yeah.
What you want to talk about?
Well, if you guys don't want to talk about it, I understand.
No, we can talk about it.
It's the Game Informer came out with a article a couple weeks ago because obviously I don't know. I guess I decided to do it. It's the top 300 games of all time.
Yeah.
And since we had like a March Madness of our own, like of our top games and stuff like that, I decided to look at it and see if our games were in it, or like games, relatively the same, like if it was an Assassin's Creed 2 is in there and stuff like that. So I was going to read the ones that we had and tell you guys like what place they're in, and we can talk about it, but it's up to you.
Sure. Yeah, I think that because they just released a video on IGN as well just a couple days ago of the top 100 games. So I'm wondering if this is like a competition between the varying medias. So yeah, go for it, man. What do we got?
Well, the first game that I see, it's at the back of the line, is Infamous. Got 295.
There
Infamous.
You go.
Yes, so that was one of my games. It's a PlayStation. It's not. It's PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah.
And it's like, how do I describe it?
It's a superhero.
I mean, it's a superhero. Yeah, it's Infamous.
Superhero that shoots lightning out of his hands. Yeah. Who doesn't like shooting lightning out of their hands?
Yeah,
Do you, Brent?
I mean, I haven't tried.
Do you do this often?
I haven't tried.
You haven't tried?
I don't have experience with this.
No.
No? Okay. All right. You guys should know this game. 273 was Star Wars Battlefront 2.
The original, I'm assuming.
What?
The original.
The original. Yeah. No, not the crappy remake of...
the one that's so controversial right now.
It should not even be a thing. Anyways.
They should have just started. They should have started with 3. It's Battlefront 3.
Yeah, like they just honor that name.
It's not like it's not like Tomb Raider where they're legitimately starting with a brand new storyline that just is based on the old stuff. Like it's the same movies. They're like, yes, there's a new movie that was in there, but that's just a little bit more content. It's not like you can just make a Battlefront game and cut out Hoth forever. Like, you can't do that.
Yeah. Can't do that. All right. 270 is Kyle's game, SSX3.
Woo! I'm just glad that people are still talking about it.
Yeah.
Because it is literally, I played that game so much, and it is one of my favorite winter sport games.
Brent, did you put a Final Fantasy on the bracket? I forget.
I don't think I
think
did.
we
No.
Okay.
We've talked about Final Fantasy Tactics, which is
we did.
one of the only Final Fantasy games we've played besides 15.
Mhm.
I know.
I
and
did.
I
I
just,
did play like
we
one
talked
of the
about
13
it quite
games.
a lot. I was like, was that even on the bracket? I don't remember.
Well, and then I technically have played 1/3 of the Final Fantasy 13 trilogy, because a lot of people don't realize that 13 was not one game. It was one game called Final Fantasy 13, and then 2 games that actually finished the story arc. It was 3 games they released over 3 years. And I played the second one because I didn't know that, and it was pretty good. I don't know. But 15 is a pretty great game. I don't know if I'd put it in my top 10, but it's a pretty great game.
All right. The Witcher 2, Assassins of Kings. I know it's not Witcher 3.
Yeah, but it's still a good game.
No, but it's like, if you're a PC gamer, 2 is a holy grail.
That's what they said, PC.
Yeah.
267.
Because what they did is they released 2, and then like a year later, they released a patch, like free of charge, that completely rewrote how the combat worked. And also made it look better and fixed a bunch of stuff. Like they just did this huge overhaul of the game a year after it came out on PC. And everyone that played it was like, y'all need to play this now. It's so good. And
y'all?
Yeah. Y'all. Because English does not have a plural U other than the southern drawl.
Y'all.
I just love it. I just love that you said y'all.
Y'all.
Yeah, here.
All right. The next one I found was Super Mario Odyssey. 224.
Man, this is gonna be a long time. This is 300 games, man.
Yeah, but I'm like not going through all of them. You silly.
Okay.
You silly person.
Don't you listen? Fable 2, 221.
Okay, we're getting somewhere.
Mm-hmm. See, I only selected like.
Yeah, the ones that we talk about regularly. That's.
I circled them. Sorry. Oh, Star Wars Jedi Knight Dark Forces 2.
Okay.
Yeah, I played that a bunch, but not as much as Dark Forces 1.
196, by the way.
Okay.
FIFA 15.
Wow.
189.
Great game.
Why? Okay, I wonder why they chose FIFA 15. Like, I don't know anything about FIFA, so I don't know if that one's special.
That was a good one.
It was a good one. I mean, they're all. Certain things get added or taken out in certain years, but I think like 15 was a nice sweet spot year.
Sweet spot?
Yeah. Sweet spot.
Just
keep going, Gerbert.
All right, fine. Your word choice made me confused.
What? How is sweet spot confusing?
It's not confusing. It's just like it was just. Never mind. I'll just go on. Assassin's Creed.
First one.
Yep.
Nice.
185.
Okay.
Guitar Hero 1. 177.
Okay.
Oh, I should mention Super Mario Bros. 2. 181.
Interesting. Which was originally another game.
Yeah, it wasn't even a Mario game. They just reskinned it.
It's a weird one. Yeah. Anyway, keep going.
Anyways, Burnout 3 taken down 173.
Oh man, I have to do a similar thing through the IGN after this because I think it's more exciting.
I think so too. I'm not saying this is like
keep going, man. Keep going.
All right,
we're on a roll.
The Elder Scrolls Oblivion.
Yeah.
171.
Okay, Oblivion.
Alrighty. Gears of War 2. 161.
Okay.
Wait, was Elder Scrolls even on our list?
Not
other than
Oblivion,
Skyrim.
No.
No, it's just similar. Like I said,
he's going like every 10. You know,
Okay.
he's trying to pick the highlights.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
161 is Gears of War 2.
Mhm.
Yeah, you said yeah. Okay.
Destiny is
Ooh.
149.
How is that even on the list?
That's right.
That
Suck it.
contest.
Boo.
Official protest.
Denied. Unofficial
protest.
protest.
You know what? It beat some of your games, Kyle. So suck on that. Portal 2. Portal 2, 147.
Okay. Man, that bugs me, and that happens in the IGN list too.
Like
that
a
Portal
bug?
Yeah, because like they put two. They also have in the IGN list that Portal 2 is beat out by Portal 1, and I'm like, Portal 2 is a significantly better game than Portal 1.
It is.
Well,
Anyway,
anyways, Age of Empires 2, The Age of Kings, 139. That was one of mine.
Mhm.
Soul Calibur 1, 130.
I have no experience with Soul Calibur 1.
That was a Dreamcast game, yeah.
Yeah, 2 is good.
Dreamcast. 128. The Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask.
Oh, God.
The one that beat Kyle's game, his baby, BioShock Infinity, 117.
Oh man, not even the top 100. Get out of here, BioShock
Ugh,
Infinite.
Yeah.
I still can't believe it beat your Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, I know, man. That's why I'm excited about the IGN list.
Wow.
Man, I'm so excited about that list. Keep
Hey,
going.
Is it number 1?
113, Metro Prime.
Metroid
Yeah, good.
Prime?
Metroid Prime, good.
The
game.
112,
Whoa.
Uncharted 2, Among Thieves.
Man.
110, Halo 2.
Yeah.
107, Inside.
Man, what the heck is in the top 100?
Hold on. You
Yeah,
chill.
seriously, right?
103, Half-Life.
Okay.
Seriously, what is in their 100 of Half-Life is 103?
You?
No. It's not us saying to you, Gerber, like keep speeding up. We're just being like we're amazed that there's these great games that are under 100.
Yeah. I know. It gets better. 100, The Legend of Zelda, The Breath of the Wild.
Okay.
94, Pokemon Gold and Silver.
Okay.
You didn't say Bully, did you? No.
No, we didn't say Bully.
I
it's a
would
good
have
game.
considered.
We've talked about it.
I would have considered it if I had more slots to put in, but
Well, it was 93 if you wanted to know.
Oh wow, that's pretty good.
In my opinion, the best GTA game made since Vice City.
This Bully.
Yeah.
Not 5. 5's pretty damn good.
5's pretty great. 5's pretty great, but I Bully has like a special place in my heart because Bully is like South Park the game before South Park made games, because it was like really crass, but it was definitely trying to say something about how shitty people treat kids.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Elder Scrolls Morrowind is 84.
Okay,
that makes sense. That's a great game.
Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
The original, 82.
Yeah.
Animal Crossing beat Destiny.
That's all we needed to know.
Just saying.
You know what?
Just saying. I've just said Animal Crossing beat Destiny. I'm just saying.
Suck a nut. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, 75.
Oh. Yeah,
and Final Fantasy Tactics is 74. I know it wasn't in the bracket, but
it's a good game.
69 was Super Mario 64.
There you go.
60. No, sorry, that was 69. Sorry. Super Mario Bros is 66.
Wow.
Halo.
Well, that's
Combat
the original
Evolved
Super Mario
is
Brothers.
65.
That's the weird one. How what?
65.
What was 65? Sorry.
Halo Combat Evolved.
Okay. So for original Halo, yeah.
Resident Evil 1 is 59.
Mm-hmm.
The Legend of Zelda on NES is 58.
Okay.
Metroid on NES is 57.
Okay.
Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 1 is 55. Super Smash Bros. Melee is 50.
Okay.
Okay. Uncharted 4, A Thief's End is 44.
Get that shit out of my top 100.
The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time is 39.
It's too low.
Yeah.
Pokemon Red and Blue is 37. Suck on that, Ocarina of Time.
That's too
Sorry.
high.
That's too high.
No, it's not.
I
You
would
guys
say I think
Nope.
it should be in the top 100, just not in the top 50. Anyway, keep going.
Resident Evil 4, 34.
Yeah.
Okay.
Portal 1, 30.
All right.
Okay.
Assassin's Creed 2, 29.
Booyah.
League of Legends, 27.
Okay. I'm getting
Super
there.
Mario World,
League?
26.
Wait, League
Ooh,
is
that's
on this
interesting.
list? Ugh,
25. The Last of Us.
Okay, good.
okay.
Half-Life 2, 21.
Oh, that's good. We're getting there.
Super Metroid, 20.
Yeah,
That's
oh,
normally
good
like a
game.
number one for a lot of other lists.
Yeah.
There we go. Bioshock, 15.
Okay.
Witcher 3, Wild Hunt, 10.
There we go.
Skyrim,
Oh, whatever.
9.
Oh, no. Reverse that order.
Nope. Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare,
Oh,
suck
what
on
the
nut.
fuck?
Seven.
No.
Dumb.
No. Not even top 100. No.
I mean, 4 is
Eh.
probably the best one.
Four
but
is the
anyway.
best
Super
one, but
Mario Bros. 3.
I'm just saying
2.
there is no
Okay.
Call of Duty game in the entire series that deserves to be in the top 100. They're all fantastic games, but they're not top 100s.
Anyway, what's number 1?
Number 1, The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past.
Boom. Legend of Zelda
Okay.
still wins.
Yeah, still wins.
Okay,
All right.
so I'm gonna really do a similar thing, but because IGN's only the top 100, and I'm gonna include games that we just talked about because I think it'll excite you too, Gerber. So number 100 is Pokemon Go.
What?
Really?
Yeah,
I like that.
Why?
yeah, right. Interestingly, I just thought this was interesting. Number 69 is Star Wars TIE Fighter.
Oh,
Hmm.
69.
Yeah. Burnout 3 Takedown is 93. They still remember it.
Yes.
They better.
League of Legends is number 90. Going through your sim phase there, Gerbs. SimCity 2000 is number 87.
Okay.
I never liked The Sims, but okay.
That's not The Sims.
No, not The Sims. SimCity. You like Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Yes.
It's like
yes.
it's like yeah. So it's a similar, not the same, but similar. Inside is 85.
It deserves that.
Super Mario Odyssey is 84.
Okay.
GTA Vice City is 82. Skip over some stuff. Wind Waker is 79. Legend of Zelda Wind Waker is 79. GoldenEye for the 64 is 78. Super Smash Bros. Melee for the GameCube is number 77. Skyrim is 76.
Boo!
Battlefield 1942, the original and only good game from that series, 73.
I never liked the Battlefield games.
Battlefield 1942 was sick.
It was good.
Like sick, like you threw up.
If you were in a plane, probably.
Star Wars Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast was number 70. We've talked about it briefly, but Spelunky is number 68.
Splunky?
Yeah, Spelunky. Like going through caves.
Except way harder. Than
Yeah,
actually,
You're
than actually
making
going through
that
it.
up.
No,
I'm not making it up.
it's a fantastic game.
Yeah. Rock Band, the original Rock Band, is 64.
Mm.
Fallout 3 is 63. Banjo-Kazooie is 62. The Mass Effect is 58. Once again, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare is 57.
That's right.
Much
That's
lower
right.
on the list, but it is. I would say it is the best of the Call of Duty games, and
Yes, it is.
I agree with its placement.
Thank you.
Journey, which we haven't really talked about a lot, but
It was on the list too. It's a good game.
Yep, it's 54. Uncharted 2 Among
Woo!
Thieves is 53.
Woo!
Which was beaten out by Legend of Zelda: Majora's Mask, 52.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Let's see, skipping. Earthbound, which we don't really talk about a lot about, but Earthbound's a great game at 45.
Kyle's bias.
I am. Knights of the Old Republic. Good old Star Wars. Good old KOTOR is number 40. Some good stuff there. Mass Effect 2, I think this is kind of a little bit bogus, is 37. I feel like Mass Effect 1's a slightly better game. I don't know. It hit or miss. Now, here's something that is going to either excite you, Gerbs, or it's going to just like make you cringe. Pokemon Yellow is 36.
Yes.
Which was beaten out by The Legend of Zelda on NES, which is 35.
I mean, I like Pokemon, but Pokemon Yellow was not my favorite.
Spoiler alert: Red and Blue don't even make this list.
Oh, that's bull crap.
Well, considering that Yellow is effectively Red and Blue in one game, but with extra features, I kind of understand that. It is literally Red.
You take that back.
Yellow
you
is.
Shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
Yellow is literally the same code as Red and Blue. It's just got extra features.
I will argue this to the death.
So, well, you'll lose because I'll be right till you're
you're not.
Okay, calm down. Okay, everyone, just take a deep breath.
No. He said a sin.
Okay. Bloodborne, which is a game we've talked about here and there, was
It's because you like blood, Kyle.
No, it was ranked 34.
No, it's because you like blood.
It was beaten out by Metroid Prime.
What are you insinuating? What are you insinuating about Kyle saying you like blood? Like, okay, and what does that have to do with the topic at hand?
It's late, and I don't care anymore.
Okay, so once again, I'll say is number 33 was Metroid Prime.
Yay!
You want a cookie?
Sure, I have cookies here.
Go get your own.
I do have my own. Resident Evil 4 got 32, which is also then followed by The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, which is 31, which I think is kind of low for that.
Pretty low.
But it's still
it's good. It's low. It's awesome.
You know what was surprising to me is that Super Mario Galaxy is higher on this list than Odyssey, and Super Mario Galaxy is at 29.
Yeah. I mean, there are two of them.
Yeah, you know. Shadow of the Colossus. Shadow of the Colossus. Getting those PlayStation people shout out here. It got 28. Good.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
BioShock, the original, was 27.
That's a good game.
And as a great like shout out, you know, Infinite didn't make the list. BioShock Infinite didn't make the list. But
you out your Breath of the Wild. Ha!
But you know who just passed BioShock at 27? Was at 26 Legend of Zelda Breath beat out BioShock.
He lost his breath.
Yeah.
Civilization 4 got 25.
Kind of surprised. You could literally just say whatever the current Civilization game is. Like they put Civ 6, no one would argue because it's like every single time they get better.
Minecraft got 24.
Fuck Minecraft.
Why?
That game is terrible.
In what way? It single-handedly invented a new genre.
I don't care.
Okay. Nice to know you have all the details squared.
Anywho.
Everyone plays that damn game and it's not even that fun.
I don't play it.
I play it now and then. No,
I'm not everyone.
You know
what? Okay.
Number 23 is Halo 2.
Yay!
Oh no.
Number 22 is Half-Life, the
Okay.
original.
See, that's more appropriate for Half-Life.
Number 20 is The Last of Us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Number 17 is GTA 5.
Okay.
Which is then followed by Dark Souls, the original, at 16.
Okay.
Super Mario Bros, the original on NES, is number 14.
I never understand that when they put that one high, because a lot of people, most people, when they think Super Mario Brothers, like, you have to distinguish, because there's the original Super Mario Brothers where it's just like them on a 2D plane and they're like going left and right.
Yeah, that one's fun though. So this is the and this is the NES version that's like the one we know of.
The one we
like,
know of. Okay.
Because level 1.
Because sometimes the other one will get snuck onto a list, and I'm like, yeah, but nobody plays that.
Yeah.
Even Mario fans.
Number 13 is Halo Combat Evolved.
Yeah, baby.
Number 11 is Portal 2.
Okay.
Number 10 is Mario 64.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Neo audio.
This one's gonna make Brent a little upset because we'll do the top 10 here. So Mario 64 got number 10.
Okay.
Number 9 is Red Dead Redemption.
That's a good game.
I enjoy that game. I know Brent enjoyed that.
I think it is the most overrated game of all time.
Overrated? You're overrated.
I don't think it's even a top 300.
I'm really looking forward to 2. Anyway,
it's like it's a game. It's it.
Number 8 was Half-Life 2.
Okay,
great game. Number 7 is Tetris.
Okay,
they put number 3 in Game Informer.
Mathematical purity. Gotcha.
Yeah, Super Mario Brothers 3,
mm-hmm.
which is arguably one of the best Mario games, is number 6.
Agreed.
Number 5 is a Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past.
Yeah.
Number 4 is Super Metroid.
Okay.
Number 3 is Portal 1.
Okay.
Number 2, the game that should have gone on further in our list. Number 2, The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. And number 1, Super Mario World, which means that on the IGN list, one of the games I picked scored highest.
You want a cookie?
I have cookies, so I can have cookies.
I have cookies.
I love how you fight about this, but
we've been fighting about this the entire show. That's what this is.
This is a fighting game.
This is a fighting game podcast. In verbal form.
Fight me. Not bite me. Fight me.
They're not mutually exclusive. Continuing.
You sure?
Yes.
So I'm looking forward to a week of this podcast.
Yes.
You said I'm like they're not mutually exclusive. You're like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So
it was just funny.
I'm looking forward to a week in this podcast where we don't have a top 10 / top 300 / top 100 list. Well, because the thing about it, the last 5 weeks here, we've been talking about
that's why I was attempting
we don't have to do a top thing again.
to get us talking about some other things earlier on.
I suggested an idea. My God.
Yeah, no, it's all good. So I think we need to come up with some other ideas.
I will think up some stuff this week.
Genre related things or
I'll think up some stuff this week.
Yeah,
and we'll hopefully
we look forward to your ideas and arguing them.
Yes.
Arguing with them because it flexes our mind a little bit.
Does it?
But yeah,
why do you always have to question these things?
He's the kid who just learned the word why.
Right.
Why?
Putting the car in drive makes it go forward, but does it?
I always see those kids when I do my mental health counseling and crisis work. They always go, "Why? Why?" And I'm like, you know what?
But why do you want to be like them? Is the question.
Sometimes I get so aggravated, I have to get my frustrations out somewhere.
Okay.
So you take it out on us.
Yeah, sorry.
I should buy you a Nerf gun or something. That would probably help.
Use a stress ball.
Okay, stress balls are that's okay.
I do have one of those.
You can be.
I have a stress ball on my keychain. On my keys. Yeah.
Mm.
And I always squeeze it all the time, like when I'm walking around and stuff. That sounded wrong.
Yep,
Don't take it that way. You terrible minded person.
It's on your car keys, so you drive around grabbing your.
Oh my gosh! Stop it! You stop right now. You keep your dirty mouth to yourself.
Wow.
Your dirty shizno.
Oh,
You
man.
know it.
Wow.
Well, I think that's about as far as we're going to get this week.
That's a good way to end it.
I think we are out.
On that bombshell.
On that, and not
Brent,
bombshell.
next week, can I do the beatboxing for the song?
We did beatboxing at any point in time ever.
No,
Cats and boots and cats and boots.
Wait, when did we have beatboxing? I have distinctly no recollection of ever doing beatboxing.
Yeah, I know. I was saying this.
He wants to do it.
Oh, you're saying you want to do beatboxing, not you want to become a because you phrased it like there was a pre-existing beatboxer role in our podcast that I had apparently been squandering. Like, no.
Squandering? I love that. I love that word.
I squander the beatboxing.
It's a great word. I liked it.
Okay. I think that's going to be it for us this week. As always, if you'd like to support the podcast, please visit patreon.com/streamofgaming. You can like and or subscribe to us on YouTube, SoundCloud, and iTunes. You should. On iTunes. We're not that demanding, though. We just like you to come listen. That's really what's important.
Yeah. And if you want to be kind of like a part of the podcast, you can suggest ideas at any of those places or on our Twitter, which is @streamofgaming, or our email address, which is streamofgaming@gmail.com.
We got lucky. Like, literally no one has Stream of Gaming as a username anywhere.
I know. I think that's why I picked this title. Like, I kind of was just like going through all these things, and I'm like, oh my goodness, there's no one.
I don't have to call someone.
No one has it as YouTube. No one has it as Gmail. Like, I don't
have to look someone up on GoDaddy and like make a really awkward phone call where they try to extort me for money for a URL or something like that. You know?
Yeah, nothing.
That got dark real quick.
That's just like buying your own domain. That's just the name of a
website. Get your mind out of the gutter.
What did you think I was talking about? Anyways,
I don't know.
As always, I'm Brent.
I'm Kyle.
I'm Gerbs.
And this has been Stream of Gaming.
Bye, Felicia.